Hello, hello. Today will probably just be a quick stream because I have to work later today, but doing a little demon bluff. Oi. Hey. Ooh, do do. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember. God, my head hurts so much. I've been feeling so sick lately. And by lately, I mean like the past few months. I think it's just like, I don't ever eat well or do things like that. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I've always had like issues. So I guess it's not really that surprising. Make you good hair. Do the moves. Okay. Oh, it's increased difficulty. That makes way more sense. It's the game not showing up. But. Oh, no, it is. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Twin Minion, Minion, and Lilius. Okay. Pokey, 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 poke. Okay, so you're both self-admitting that you are evil. Burr is a real confess. Okay. I was a jester. Wait, so there's 3 guys. And no one corrupts except for the plague doctor. Okay. Pick 3 characters. I think we go boop, boop. Here. Among 4, 8, and 7, there are 2 evils. Okay, but these guys are definitely evil, unless one of them is corrupted. But I think it's more likely that they're just evil. Is 7 or 2 evil true? I don't know why I didn't like that. Three is evil, number 2 is corrupted. Could be true. Okay, then. Three is lying. So I think it's evil, evil, evil. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Say you're definitely evil. Okay, yeah. And you're definitely evil, because you lied. And then you're probably evil. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Puppeteer and Lilius. 4 or 2 is a puppeteer. Susposh? Susposh. I cured 0 corruptions. Okay, there's a possibility of a corruption. Well, okay. Learn 3 characters, only one is evil. 4, 6, or 1. Oops. 4. Well, it's not 6. Or 1. 1 is evil. 6, 2, or 7. 2 or 7. Okay. I think we ask if they're lying. Number 1 is lying. Okay. Then let's make the Slayer try to kill number 1 if they're evil. Okay, so they were. So that means you're definitely good. definitely evil. Meaning you're probably also good because you told the truth about them lying. Probably telling the truth too, because she said 4, 6, or 1 is evil. And then you're saying 1 is evil, 6, 2, or 7. 6 can't be evil, 7 is not. So then probably 2. That would also imply that probably the... Let's do this. Or 4 is lying. They're actually... Okay, wait. The puppet has to be next to the person. So if you're saying 6, 2, or 7 is evil, then they wouldn't be the puppet because they have to be next to the puppet. And 7 is definitely not evil, or 6. That would mean that 2 is evil. Meaning you're probably just telling the truth. Meaning 2 probably is evil. Then that would make number 3 the puppet. And this would make sense because the puppet has to tell correct information. But why are you saying that number 4 is lying, then? Oh, I guess number 4 could just be corrupted by the Plague Doctor. There's only one outcast, and I think it's the... Well, no. If you're just lying and you're the puppet, then you're just wearing a disguise. Okay, I think definitely number 3 is evil. Ugh, no. Okay, then I guess it's just 4. Oh, and then it could be 5 if you're the puppet. What the fuck? Oh, number 8 was just lying. Oh! I didn't realize the puppet... if you pick the puppet in the Slayer, they still kill. That's interesting. So I guess if they do, they just do their task correctly. Even if they are the puppet. Okay. Puppeteer and Puka. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Okay. I am dizzy. Closest evil is counterclockwise this way. That would make sense if she's saying the Confessor, so that seems true. I cured 0 corruptions. Okay, well, you're bad at your job. There's 3 possible corruptions with the drunk. Bombardier, I was a fortune teller. Okay, could be telling the truth. Ain't really got no proof of that. Okay, let's go pick 3 characters. Actually, no, not that one. You want to see if one of these is, Wait. We pick her, though, because we don't think she's corrupted. But yeah, okay. We want to pick her, and then someone else who we do not think is a Confessor. Among 4, 2, and 3, there is a doppelganger. Okay. That would put in that these people are more clear. Okay. Wait. Okay. So he's saying he's 3 away from a corrupted character, which would be either you or you. And then if you're corrupted, that would mean either you have to be evil or you have to be evil. And then if you're corrupted, then you have to be evil. Therefore, I'm gonna... let's go Druid, Dizzy. 4 or 2 evil, true. Okay, but that doesn't necessarily mean 4 is evil, just both of them. That might have been a bad option to pick. That was a bad option to pick. Okay, but you're saying I'm 3 away from a corrupted character. So if I believe you, then you're not corrupted, you're just evil. So I guess we can kill number 2. Yes, okay. You're the puppet, though. Meaning, either you are the puppeteer or you're the puppeteer. Okay. Also, more likely that you're telling the truth, I think. I feel like the druid is just lying. So let's go number 4. Go again. See if she says there's a doppelganger. Among 3, 4, and 5, there is a doppelganger. Okay, then I think maybe you're lying then. Because they both are giving kind of correct information. It's evil but cannot lie. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't read that. Oh no, the puppet. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was like, the puppeteer. Okay, do we think it's 3 or what? Wait, but he's also saying he cured 0 corruptions, right? Well, he couldn't cure her. Yeah, that makes sense. But if he couldn't cure any, that means... that the... If he's telling the truth, because he couldn't cure any, that would mean, boopity boop, one of them still would have to be the Puka. So, telling the truth so far. Seems like telling the truth. Clearly, I have no reason to think it's not. So I think it has to be both of them. Let's go this way first. Yeah. And then... yeah, since he cured 0 corruptions, it has to be number 3. Because... if it was anyone closer, then he could cure that corruption. Because if it's the baker, then that would corrupt number 8. He could cure that. Then if it was number 4, he could corrupt number 5. He could cure that because he has a range in 2. So then it has to be number 3. Yo, wait, what? This makes no sense. Unless he's just lying. But, then this would be a lie. Unless number 4 is evil. Okay, wait. If this is true... so this is 2 away. 1, 2... well, 3, I guess. 3. Well, wait, if she is a fortune teller, which she is, then you're lying, right? Because there's only one fortune teller. So you weren't the fortune teller. Right? Ah, okay. Wait, why didn't he cure any corruptions then? Because the bombardier should be corrupted. Huh? Can the bombardier not be corrupted? Villagers adjacent to me are corrupted if possible. Oh! An outcast isn't a villager. Okay. They don't count. Didn't realize that. Okay. We got a twin minion, and a bomb. So, wait. Unless there's a drunk or a plague doctor, there should be no corruptions. Okay, so there should be no corruptions. So everyone should just be telling the truth unless they're lying. 2 evils adjacent to me. So you're saying evil. I am the original baker. I was a lover. Okay, could be true. Right side is more evil, so so far keeping seems right. I wasn't enlightened. Okay. we want to ask if she's lying. Number 2 is lying. Okay. I think that puts a little bit... So, okay. In some way, this. Okay. And then we go Jester. And then, okay, we go Bombardier. I always do that, I don't know why. Bombardier. Boop. And... Boop, because they're probably not lying. Among 1, 6, and 4, there are 3 evils. That's just not possible. Meaning you're probably lying. Okay, but if they're lying... Okay, so, like, let's say they're evil. 1, 6, and 4. This would also more imply that they're maybe evil too. Or no, maybe good. And then therefore you lie. Meaning good, good. Yeah, because this can't be possible because then she would be lying. Therefore, well, she could still be telling the truth, right? Because they could still both be evil. Well, no, if they're both evil, then why is he would be lying? So no, she has to be evil if he's evil. Which, yeah, so they both have to be evil, I think. Okay, who else do we think? Thinking probably one of the one of these guys then. Okay, but they're the only person saying I am the original baker. Which just makes sense to me. There's one outcast, meaning only the Bombardier, so there's no doppelganger, no wretch. Yeah, meaning one of you is definitely lying. Okay. 8 is saying truth. Okay, so if we believe this, then I think that means you're evil. Okay. Yeah. I always get so scared. Oh. Okay, wait. I guess number 3 could be lying. No, but there's only one baker, so one of the bakers has to be lying. Right? But that doesn't make sense. Actually, I guess there can just be multiple of each character, I guess. Wait, let me think. I think I just picked bad numbers, bad things to ask people about. Okay, so it can't be number 8. It's probably not 7, because you're telling the truth. It is more evil on this side. Then it's probably not number 3, because why would you be saying that they're telling... So, just 4? Number 1... stop doing this thing where if I say that someone, like, sometimes someone else will say that someone else is evil, and then that person is evil, so then I think the person that they're saying can't be evil, but that's not true. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay, I wasn't in lane. Okay, that could be true. Closest evil is counterclockwise. I mean, both these things could be possible. Closest evil is equidistant. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're saying this guy is evil. Which, unless this guy's evil, doesn't align with what this guy's saying. So I feel like, in some way, one of them has to be lying. But maybe not. 1 or 8 is a minion. Okay, well, not 8. Definitely a good guy. Okay. Both sides are equally evil. Okay. Number 1 is good. So you both can't be telling the truth. One of you lying. I'm 1 card from the corrupted character. Okay. Really don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Okay. There's a drunk, there's a doppelganger, poisoner, a minion, and Lilius. Ugh, I really needed the jester, but they killed the jester. Sucks. Because I really don't know how to... It's just like, I don't know. Closest evil is clockwise. Okay, let's just say that we believe you and we believe you. That means you have to be evil for this to be true, because that would mean this is definitely... And 1 card, or if we say, if we believe this, then, okay, I think we have the most suspicious on 5, so let's do that. Okay, well that was wrong, so you're good. Meaning you're not corrupted. Meaning you're just telling the truth, so 1 is good. Meaning you're lying. Should also imply that you're lying. So. And you. Evil is equidistant. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. This wouldn't make sense either. Okay, let's go. Oy, 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 oy. Okay. Counselor, Shaman, and Lilius. Two or 7 is a counselor. Seven or 3 is a counselor, okay? 7 or 1 is a counselor. Left side is more evil. I was a hunter. I was a druid. Okay, and then... So, there's 1 outcast. Okay. I feel like because the counselor has to be next to an outcast, I think the counselor has to be 2, but I think that would also mean that the bombardier is lying. Or, okay, so either you're the counselor, or you're the counselor. But if you're the counselor, that would mean lying, lying, lying. Which is, like, just not very likely. Especially since the left side is more evil. And we have no other characters that corrupt except for the Plague Doctor, so they wouldn't all be lying, so that doesn't make sense. Technically, they're all saying or, but okay. You're saying 2 or 7. If I'm saying 2 is the counselor, meaning you're telling the truth, but that would mean you're lying and you're lying. But why would you both be lying? Okay, wait. But if it is number 7, okay, so let's say it is 7, that would mean you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. And then that would also mean that one of them would have to be an outcast, which could be possible. One of them could be the red. They could be any of these things. But I don't want to kill. Like, if you kill the bombardier, you lose. So, okay, could 1 be the counselor? Okay, let's unmark everything. If 1 is the counselor, then you're telling the truth, but you would be lying. And then obviously you're lying because you're lying. They are next to a baker, which could be the doppelganger. That could be possible, and then one of these, they could just also be lying. Oh yeah, we should learn. So, let's go. 1. Among 7, 1, and 3, there are no outcasts. So either you're lying, or this person is just a liar. And then they're the, doppelganger. Or one of them, I guess. Okay, wait. If you're telling the truth, that would mean has to be lying, has to be lying, has to be lying. But that wouldn't fit with this. That would make this a lie. Therefore, you're probably lying. They're probably fine. Right, okay, so if you're lying, then, okay, let's say you're telling the truth, and 2 is the counselor. That would mean you're lying and you're lying. Which could just be possible. No, but that wouldn't align with the left side being more evil. So this I just believe, I'm gonna be honest. Because you're probably telling the truth. Okay, therefore... Wait. Okay, we still think you're lying. Okay, let's say if 3 is the counselor. So 3 is the counselor, which would make you a liar. And you. No, so that's not possible. Okay. So I think 1 has to be it. Okay, so because if 1 is the counselor, you're a liar, you're telling the truth, you're a liar. But then you're a liar too. No. So, okay, if you're telling the truth, that makes you evil. You could be telling the truth. You could be telling the truth. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, yes. So you're the counselor, meaning you were telling the truth, you were telling the truth. Well, not necessarily, but... That also probably means you're good. Well, no. Because if you're saying the left side is more evil, it has to be one of them. And then they could be... Well, no. One of them has to be an outcast. And I feel like it's much more likely that they're the outcasts, which would imply that you're probably lying, that the left side is more evil. They could be evil, I guess. I was a druid. Well, no, because if you are the outcast and you're the doppelganger, that means you have to doppelgang someone who is in the game, meaning the druid has to be not lying. Okay, so if we are operating under the condition that they are the outcast, this would have to be good, this would have to be good. So both of these, if you're the outcast, they both have to be good. And then therefore, you would have to be lying. Because that wouldn't be true. Then who would be the other one? I think it has to be maybe one of the oracles. So confused. Think. One of them definitely is the outcast. Ugh. If you're telling the truth, that would imply that probably one of them is evil. But they can't both be. Well, they could be the outcast. Let's go. Let's just do this. Okay, yeah. Meaning this was the outcast. Meaning you're telling the truth. Meaning you're probably lying. Or, I mean, they don't have to be lying. They could just be the baker. Left side is more evil. Doesn't necessarily mean that everyone's on that side. Okay. Among 7, 1 and 3, there is no outcast. The other guy. Oh, yes. I just believe them, because they're all giving accurate information, so I guess we kill the baker. Ugh. Oh, yay! Okay. Tin cards. Puppeteer, Minion, Lilius. Okay. Puppet is 1 card. Okay. You seem to be telling the truth, because that's how that works. Number 7 is a real lover. 1 evil is adjacent to me. Okay, that would imply that you're evil, because you're good. If you're good. Okay, so there's 1 outcast. So we can check if the Bombardier is the real outcast by going to... we believe you, so we'll go there. Then... Okay, who else do we want to pick? Okay, the other could be the doppelganger, so we want to pick someone who is not... there's not multiple of. Yeah, okay. So, Bombardier, Scout, and we'll just do medium. Among 2, 3, 4, there is a doppelganger. Okay, that would... So, if you're telling the truth, that would imply that you're lying. I guess one of these could be... have been one... what something else was. One evil is adjacent to me. Okay, let me think. Who want to judge? I think we should do that. Okay, let's just, yeah. Number 1 is lying. Okay, so if you're telling the truth, which is more likely, I think, say you're lying. Okay, let's go Jester, we pick Boop, 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 because one of them has to, okay, there are 2 evils. So it can't be both of them, probably. Or it's probably not both of them. Well, unless one of them is the puppet and then one's the puppeteer. But you're saying number 1 is just straight up a liar. I think we killed the druid. Lilius, okay. Meaning you're probably telling the truth, because, yeah. Meaning 7 is probably also evil, if I believe you. Ooh. Unless you're saying number 2 is evil. But you were seeming like you were telling the truth, okay. So either you're suspicious, but if you're telling the truth, then that means the knight is evil. Okay. It also means it has to be in between them. But you were telling the truth, so probably it's 2 and 3. And you're telling the truth. Let's say. Okay, yeah. Witch and a ball. Self-confessed busy. Both sides are equally evil. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Could be corrupted. Could be corrupted. 3 or 1 is a witch. Okay. So only 1 outcast. Okay. See? Theory. 2 is evil, number 3 is corrupted. Could be true. Well, no, then this would be a lie. Okay, if you're telling the truth, you're probably lying and are the witch. Or this could still be true. No. Let's see. Couldn't kill 1. Meaning you're probably, either you're telling the truth or you also are evil. I don't think that's possible. And I guess they could be. Number 7 is saying the truth. That would imply that you're the witch, bruh. Unless 4 is also evil, but... And they're just dizzy because they're the plague. Which could be possible. Both sides are equally evil. Wait, okay, if both sides are equally evil, they can't be next to each other. No, but if this is telling the truth and this is corrupted, this makes sense for you to lie, and then you would be the other evil, and then you would be evil, and then that would make this true. That would make this true. That would make this true. So I think, yeah, 7 and 3. Or not 7, 7 and 2. Yeah. Poisoner Witch Ball. Number 3 is a real judge. I am 4 cards from the closest evil. 7 or 6. Number 3 is a real judge. You both are saying that, so I am like to believe. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Ooh, these don't align. Okay, what is the outcast? There's one outcast, and it's either the plague. Well, it's no, it can't be the plague doctor unless it's number 9. So, okay, so it's probably the drunk, more likely, I think. A random villager play. You're all saying number 3 is a real judge. Okay, let me think. Is there a reason why they would all be lying? Yes, yeah, I mean, they could all... okay. Among 4, 7, and 9, there are no outcasts. That could be true if number 1 is. Those are not adjacent to each other. Okay, more inclined to believe. Then, okay, so if we say you're lying, I don't believe that one. Let's see that. Number 2 is saying the truth. So if you're telling the truth, that puts them into space. And then you could be poisoned. Okay, I think I'm inclined to believe this. So I think 6. Ooh, no. Okay, 7. Meaning you're lying too. What? Oh, he was... There's only one evil. That's true. Good. Okay, you're saying I'm good. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Among 6, 5, and 1, 20. Let's say you're telling the truth. And you're telling the truth. I think that would just mean that it's... I think this... yeah. Oh, there's also an outcast. So it's either a drunk or a fucking... No, it's a drunk. You're saying you're 3 away from the... What? You're not evil. But does corrupted show up as evil? Counselor and Lilius. Left side is more evil. Or is it Counselor? I have 1 card from the closest evil. Okay. Between 7 or 2, there is a villager, outcast, and minion. Honestly, kind of just tracks, I think. 2 outcasts. Meaning, one of y'all is lying. That's me. Okay. 1 or 4 is a counselor. Between 7, 4, and 2, there is an outcast and a minion. That also just can't be true. Unless, like, 2 of the outcasts are lying. Left side is more evil. Okay, let me think about this. Or let's do this. Bombardier. Or maybe we pick the characters that they picked. That'd be helpful. I already did it. Among 2, 7, and 4, there is a red. I think this. Wait, okay. If you're telling the truth, that would mean you're telling the truth, and that would mean you're a liar. And then they could be telling the truth. That would also mean you're lying. And also you were the witch. That would be true. That would be true. Yeah, we could do that. Okay. Or wait. Do a plague doctor. Even though I'm pretty sure you're a liar, but we don't think anyone's corrupted. Or I guess, the druid could be corrupted. 2 is corrupted. Number 9 is evil. Well, I already think that, I'm gonna be honest. And you're corroborating, so I think we just go with 9 anyway. Ooh. So you just are a liar, but you were good. Also, that was a lie, too. You could literally just be corrupted. But, like, why would you say that? Let me think about this. But the plague doctor just lied. That's a lie. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I don't really understand. Okay. Shaman and Alilius. Alilius is 2 cards away from the closest evil. 4 or 8 is evil. I cured 2 corruptions. That's possible. Don't corrupt, don't corrupt. Can't cure this. And then you only corrupt 1 villager. So either you were lying or you're corrupted. So okay, but you're saying that 9 is good and you're saying 4 is good. Okay, just corroborating each other. 4 or 8 is a shaman. 4 or 6 is a shaman. Okay. Let's start picking people to believe and then see how that works out. Okay. So you're saying there is 2 cards away from the closest evil. So if we believe that, then let's think. It could be 4 and 6. No, yeah, that's not. Yeah, stupid. It could be 3 and 6. Which kind of aligns. Okay, let's think. If we're saying you're evil, you're saying you're good, you're saying you're good, which corroborates. Actually, I think they both have to be telling the truth if you're telling the truth. Right? And it just makes sense that you would be lying, because that's not true. So 1 is evil, 8, 3, or 4. Makes sense. 4 or 8 is a shaman. Also makes sense. I think what we do is, because if you're corrupted, like, either you're corrupted or you're lying. Number 4 is evil, number 3 is corrupted. Okay. Possible. Let's say we believe you. That would mean you're a liar. That would make, so you're evil. But then that would make you lying. And there's only 1 corruption. So this isn't true. Well, why would you be lying? Wait, okay, could they be corrupted? Let me think about this. Then, okay, you would be the shaman. So you're good, you're good. You would still be telling the truth. 1 is evil, 8, 3, or 4. 8, 3, or 4. But I'm saying it's either 8 and 3. Wait, can it still be 6 and 4? 4 and 6? I mean, 4 and 3? Wait, let me... and 3. But why would you be lying? That just doesn't make sense. Okay, let me unmark everything. This person, you just have to be lying. In some way. Because you can't cure... The alchemist can't cure drunk. Right? Wait, I thought he couldn't cure the drunk. It doesn't say that now, but I feel like it said that somewhere. Oh, I cannot be cured, yeah. So he, like, just literally has to be lying. Because they don't corrupt, they don't corrupt. The only person who corrupts is the plague doctor. So you have to be lying, bruh. Then why is he saying that 3... So if you're saying that 4 is evil, so 4 is evil, that would just make you have to be a liar too. But then that would make you a liar, so that just can't be true. Because there's not 3 liars. But they're definitely good. He could still be a liar, I think. No, because then why would he be lying? I don't get this. Because he has to be a liar too. Then that would make you a liar too. Because you're lying. Well, okay, I guess he could be corrupted, but you're just lying about who is evil. Wait, let me think about this. Okay, if that would still align with this, 8, 3, or 4 is evil. Because 8 is evil. 9 is good. 4 or 8 is a shaman. So that would make you be lying too. Because I'm saying. Ba-ba-bum. Let me think about this. I'm so confused. Okay. If 6 is the shaman, that would make you be lying. I think 4 has to be the shaman then. So 4 I think has to be evil, but then that makes you a liar. Like, I'm so confused. I don't get this. How can all this information be true? Let me think. There's only 2 evil people and 1 corrupted person. Definitely some suspicious, because there's not 2 corruptions. You lying about that shit. Okay, let's just say he's evil, not corrupted. Would be telling the truth. That would also put 4 at being good. That would put 8 at being evil. But then why are you lying, bruh? Oh, well, you could be corrupted. Then you would be good. Wait, that puts everything... Wait. No, because then you're lying. Because 4 or 6 is not a shaman. What the fuck? Okay. So, okay. Let me think about this. Okay. Evil. Corrupted. No, because... Okay, wait, no. I don't get this. How? Okay, I'm just gonna kill the alchemist. Okay, but he's corrupted, okay. That's hopeful still. Wait. That would imply that you're telling the truth. A little bit. Then you're evil. But then why are you saying that? Why are you corroborating each other? Because then Lilius is not 2 cards away from the closest evil. Wait, but corrupted characters, do they count as being evil? Can that be possible? Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, also, I forget that... Okay, they could have just been drunk. Okay. Wait. There's only 1 outcast. I wasn't paying attention. Lilius is 3 cards away from the closest evil. 1 evil adjacent to me. Number 3 is good. Shaman is 1 card from the closest evil. Number 6 is good. Okay, we both can't be telling the truth. I'm more likely to not believe you. So there's only 1 outcast. So if you're telling the truth, meaning the counselor would have to be one of them. If this person is telling the truth. If they actually are the rich. Which would align with what she's saying if they're evil. Okay, who do we want to judge? Probably one of the scouts. I don't know, because I don't really have a way of corroborating that information, I guess. Well, it can't be both of them. I think it's 4. Well... Who was saying the truth? Okay. If I believe this, I believe this. Oops. That would make this evil. Which makes sense. I'll make you a liar and evil. Then... You're saying number 6 is good. 60. Wait. I'm just gonna kill 4. That was bad. Wait, but if you're telling the truth, that would mean she's lying. But he could be lying, and they could both be lying. Or 6 is good. Shaman is one of them, though. I don't really believe you. Really. Wait, put your knife down. Okay. If this truly is the wretch, then that would make you evil, and also you, because why would you be saying that? Why would she be saying it? I'm just gonna kill 1. Well, that was bad idea. Wait, what? Why does it say there's only 1 outcast when there's more? Such a liar. Oh, okay, I get what it means, I think, maybe. Actually, I don't understand this. Right side is more evil. Resisted. Okay. Between 4, 7, and 6, there is a minion, outcast, and villager. 4, 7, and 6. What are the possible outcasts? Doppelganger or Drunk? Are there any double A's? Okay, so they could be. That's not what they're saying. 6 or 3 is a twin minion. And 1 card from the closest evil. That tracks. You guys are making cooperative information. I think you get the Slayer to kill. I couldn't kill 3, so you guys are either on the same side. Well, yeah. Okay, so let's say we think you are evil. That would have to be that you're evil. That would make this true. 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 Yeah. Minion for minion lilies. 5 or 1 is a twin minion. And the original baker. Okay, you're saying that 2 is evil. You're just saying that information. Right side is more evil. I was a poet. Let's say we believe you, let's say we believe you, let's say we believe you. Try to get you to kill you. Couldn't kill 4. Either because... both evil, because you're not evil. Okay, if we believe you... Why would I? Actually, I think that was a bad idea. Didn't really tell me anything. Okay, let's kill 2. Ooh, so you're lying. And there's no corruptions, right? Yeah, so you're just a liar. 5 or 1 is a twin minion. That means you're also a liar. Meaning, I think you're telling the truth. Ooh. How does that turn out? Baker work again? And it becomes the baker. Well, okay, so there's only one more evil person, so they guaranteed are good. You're just, like, kind of telling the truth, so I feel like it's 8. So bad. Shaman and a puka. Ipuki. I cured 2 corruptions. That's possible. Okay. 3 or 5 is a shaman. And 2 cards from the closest evil. 5 or 2 is a shaman. Closest evil is counterclockwise. That could be 5. Makes sense. Between 2, 7, and 1, there is a villager, outcast, and minion. 2... Well, that's just a lie. Right? 2, 7, and 1. 7, 1, 2. The possible outcasts are Bombardier and Plague Doctor. They don't disguise themselves, so you're lying. Which would also imply that you're lying because you would have cured this corruption if this person was corrupt. Oh no, they could just be evil. So, okay, you're not necessarily lying. Never mind. Sorry. That would also mean that you're, like, kind of lying, too. But they could be corrupted, so let's not shoot too early. Okay, let's go 5 and 3. Or no, because you're also saying that. I guess we go 5 and 3, actually. Or no, 5 and 1. 5 or 1 evil, true. I think more likely... Then why would you be saying that? Because there's only 2 possible corruptions. Okay, wait. So if you're telling the truth, if you are truthful, that would make you a liar. Because the bishop is definitely not telling the truth. Okay. And there's only 2 evils. Then that would imply that you're lying. Therefore, I think the alchemist can't be telling the truth. And then we go back, okay. And then, okay. So I don't think the alchemist can be telling the truth. He could be corrupted, but I don't think he could be, right. Okay. But between 5 and 1, probably one of them definitely is evil. Okay, if 5 is good, that would make you lying too and you. Okay. So let's say you are the shaman. You're the shaman. You're the Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. Okay, so shaman. Then you're lying, and you're lying. And they both couldn't be corrupted. And then this is also a lie. So all of these things can't be true. So this is definitely not the shaman. Meaning, number 5 probably is a shaman. Okay, let's say you are the shaman. That would mean you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth, and then that could also be you're telling the truth, and then you're just a liar, and then you're corrupted, and then you're telling the truth. And then you also are telling the truth. I think that makes sense, so let's go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think it has to be... Ooh. Wait, okay. If you're corrupted, it has to be either 8 or 2. But it couldn't be 2 because this information is incorrect, so it has to be 8. Yeah, okay. Witch, poisoner, and Bob. I'm the original baker. I was a lover. 2 evils adjacent to me. Oops. I was a scout. Closest evil is clockwise. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Could be true. Okay. And then we're saying there could be a drunk, and there could be a plague doctor. If this is a plague doctor. Meaning 2 possible people, or 2 or 3 people, I think, could be, corrupted. Among 6, 3, and 2, there is a wretch. That's just not true. It's not how that works. But they could be poisoned. They're not necessarily evil, but that cooperates with this. Makes me think more that they're just evil. Okay, let's go another druid. Monk 5, 2, and 3, there's a wretch. Why are you both lying? Okay. Just clockwise, which is this way. They could be evil. This just makes no sense. Both of you are lying, in some way. 2 evils adjacent to me. I was a lover. I kind of just think it's... Let me see. If it's all 3 of them, does that make everyone else's information correct? I am the original baker. Could be true. Evils are not adjacent to each other. True. Closest evil is clockwise. True. I was a scout. Could be true. Okay. Let's go with that. Yeah. And then... yeah. Okay. Minion, Puppeteer, and a Puka. And there's 4. Puppet is 1 away from the closest evil. That makes sense. I'm 3 cards away from the closest evil. Okay, that's either boopity boop. Between 9, 8, and 1, there is 1 villager, outcast, minion. So 9, 8, and 1. Doppelganger, Bombardier. So there's not a Bombardier because there's no Bombardier. So meaning there's a Doppelganger. And then, okay, 9, 8, and 1. Could be true. Between 9, 5, and 8, there is a outcast, villager, and minion. So 9, 8, 5. Okay, this seems like it's tracking. You're saying that 1 is good. Which would imply that 8 is evil, which tracks. Which, okay, let's try to make 9 kill 8. Couldn't kill 8. That could mean that they're a villager, but then that would mean number 5 is the minion. Which also would cooperate with this. Well, no. Between, there's villager, outcast. Wait. I don't think both these things can be true. So wait, okay. They're both saying that 9 is the doppelganger, which makes sense to me. But then you're saying I couldn't kill number 1. Which could be because you're either corrupted or because that just is true. So I think a little bit suspicious, a little bit actually. I'm inclined to believe this. I couldn't kill 8. Could they both be evil? Okay, wait, if you're evil, and you're evil, that would make this guaranteed a villager. That would also mean you are definitely a villager too. Oh, 2 could be a puppeteer. Okay, do I want to get 3 to kill 8? Or 5 and 1 evil. And 9 and 8 are the... Okay, wait. Let's say 5 and 8 are evil. I mean, 5 and 1. Let's see what that does. Okay, that would imply that you're a villager. Why would you be lying? You're saying that 1 is good. And that would also imply that you're not next to someone who's evil. I don't think that could be true. So I think you're probably good. Meaning you're probably evil. And you. Wait, no. Wait, 9, 5, and 8. Both 9 is definitely the outcast. Eight. 8 and 1 cannot both be a minion. So one of them has to be a villager, one of them has to be evil. I think it'll be more likely this way, right? Because if... That would make sense why you're saying you couldn't kill. But 2 evils need to be next to each other. My thinking cap on. Let's go. I need to stop laying my chair like that. Okay. Okay, what if they're both lying? If you're both lying, that would make you a liar too. Or like, you could be telling the truth. You could be telling the truth. Because they're all saying they couldn't kill 8. And you're saying 2 could be a puppeteer. I kind of just want to start shooting. I'm gonna kill 2. But that also means then you guys were definitely lying. Meaning you're probably just corrupted. That's wrong. You're saying 1 is good. Maybe just then. Where's my witch ball? Evils are not adjacent to each other. Left side is more evil. I cured 2 corruptions. Literally not possible, bruh. Not possible. Right side is more evil. What are y'all lying? I'm 2 cards from the closest evil. Makes sense. 4 is good. Okay, well you kinda a little suspicious for that. Okay. Then you're saying evils are not adjacent to each other. That does make sense. Okay. Couldn't kill 4, so I think he is discorrupted. So that would put, unless you're lying, but I'm saying, we believe you. And then you're corrupted. I think. You could be evil. You could be evil. You could be evil. And one of them could be poisoned. But then you're saying evils are not adjacent to each other. Okay, so if you're telling the truth, then you have to be telling the truth. you to be corrupted, you tell the truth. Then that would put a little suspicious on you, right? Unless you were straight up lying. But then why would you not be able to kill them? Unless you're also evil. I guess it could be... No. You're saying... Okay, so let's say we believe. You're saying neither of them are evil. That would imply that you're just corrupted. And then maybe you're evil. Then unless he's the drunk, and you're also, then that would make you, like, evil like that. Which would make sense. So I think it actually might be these three. Well, that could be true. Wait, okay, let me... He, so far, is telling the truth. Sometimes the evil people tell the truth, too. One of them has to be. Oh, I guess the Slayer could be poisoned, and then he's evil. I think that's more likely. Because then he's saying he's good. But he's lying. Yeah. So then you're poisoned. Left side is more evil. There's no way this is true. Oh, unless you're evil. So one of them has to be evil. Ugh. But if he's telling the truth and he's saying he's 2 cards from the closest evil, that means you're not evil. Meaning you are. Yeah. Ugh. My tummy hurts. Oh my god, guys. Ugh. I have to... Oh. I am dizzy. I'm 1 card from the closest evil. That tracks. There are 2 pairs of evil. So you're saying all of them are next to each other. Right? Or not necessarily, it could be 2, 2. Between 8 and 5, there is a minion and villager. 8 and 5. I think that would more imply that 5 is the... Wait, is anyone corrupted? No. Okay, so you just are evil. Yeah. Okay. One could be it, because 7 is saying there's pairs, but it could also be, like, 5, and then the pair is, like, 5 and 6, because 6 counts as being evil, and then the other pair is, like, somewhere else. But I don't think that's very likely, actually. So I think it has to be 1 or 2. It's more likely 1. So I think we go... Is 1 or 6 evil true? That more implies that you're telling the truth, because you did that right. Because 6 is definitely evil. I think if you're telling the truth, 1 can't be telling the truth. Let's go with that. Okay, well then, if you were telling the truth, that means 8 is evil, because 5 is probably good. Well, I was wrong. Oh, I keep forgetting about the puppet. The puppet has to tell the truth. Oy, probably 1 or 2 more rounds. Because honestly, she is not feeling well. 2 was affected by an evil. Number 1 is a real witness. He a real witness. He a real G. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Why is... Right side is more evil. I am dizzy. You're saying there's only 1 outcast, meaning... that either the Bombardier or the Plague Doctor is a liar. 2 was affected by an evil. Puppeteer... So that would mean a puppeteer. Which would mean... Okay, so if this is true, either you're just self-admitting that you're evil, which makes no sense, or you're evil. I think more likely... this. So, okay, let's say... we want to pick 2 people... we want to pick someone that we think is good. I'm saying this. Is 4 or 3 evil true? So, okay. If you're evil, and then that would make you also evil but the puppet, which makes sense. That would make you telling the truth, you telling the truth. And then closest evil is counterclockwise. That would make sense, because that's 2. Well, that's 2, too. So that doesn't make sense. Unless you're saying number 4 is evil. Okay, let's just say that's probably a little suspicious. Right side is more evil. That would mean it has to be 9, because if it's blue... well, unless the Plague Doctor... number 7 is not corrupted, so you're just saying that they're evil. Which I kind of vibe with, and I kind of get down with. Yeah. So then, you probably telling the truth. Okay, if you're true, then it would have to be 9 or 1. 9, 1, or 4. So that would be, if you're telling the truth, then you have to be telling the truth, which would imply that you're not telling the truth. Because otherwise she would have said equidistant. And if you're lying, you're probably lying too, meaning you're probably not affected by that. But she said 4, so then this could be true. Well, no. I think we kill number 4. Okay, yes. This means also the Bombardier is probably still evil anyway. So it's probably like this. But we go 1 first. Ooh, just corrupted. That's probably who he corrupted. I think it still has to be the Bombardier. Yeah. Meaning it's probably 9, just under the principle of everyone else telling the truth. Yeah. That's a pee. I'm gonna pee it. Yeah. Hi, I am back. Sorry, it took a minute. I was talking to my sister. Oh. Oh, there's a witch, too. Witchy, witchy, witch. Number 2 is good. I'm 4 away from the closest evil. I'm 2 cards from the closest evil. Okay, well, you both can't be telling the truth. So one of you lying. One is a real drunk. Oh, okay. So if you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. Meaning I'm inclined to believe that you're less telling the truth. And that you are more telling the truth. Ooh, we can cooperate if we go 1, boop, boop. 1, okay, so yeah, you drunk, bruh. You drunk, bruh. So you're probably telling the truth. Why would one of you, like, why would... Oh, one of them could be poisoned. Actually, no, I don't think they could be. Because, okay, so you're saying I'm 2 cards away from the closest evil. That would be 1 or 5. But 1, we're almost certain, is drunk. So that would have to be 5. And then you have to be next to the poisoner to poison. So then if you're saying I'm 4 cards, like, also, just both ways, I feel like you're both lying. I couldn't kill 2. Why not, bro? That just puts me in... It makes me think we're suspicious. But we're also saying that there's only 1 outcast. So if we believe you, and we believe you, and you, if we believe this triangle, this would have to be a lie too. To make this kind of true. But then why are you lying, bruh? Unless you're just evil. Oh yeah, this would, yeah. Ooh, just corrupted. But then probably, yeah, okay, so you're the poisoner. Then you are also evil because you're lying, bruh. And then, process of elimination, number 9. Ooh, that was wrong. Oh, you were just telling the truth? Ugh. Even when the evil people tell the truth, like, you can't be telling the truth. How am I supposed to know? We need an apuka. 5 or 6 is a minion. I cured 1 corruption. Yeah, that's possible. Bruh. 6 is a real knitter. There's only 1 pair of evil. I am dizzy. Okay. 5 or 6 is a minion. Okay, there's only 2 evil. Minion and the puka. Okay, so if you're saying 5 or 6 is a minion, you're saying a pair of evil, meaning they're next to each other. That would be you too, bruh. Well, unless you're corrupted. Number 7 is not corrupted, so you're saying that bitch evil. That bitch evil. 5 or 6 is a minion. You lie, because number 1 is. So, you lied. You could be corrupted. Okay. Both these things can't be true, right? Wait, let me think. Okay, wait. You're saying there's 1 pair of evil, which would imply either that you are evil or number 8 is evil. You're saying number 6 is a real... That you are lying. You could be corrupted. You're also saying I cured one corruption. There is only one corruption. Okay, so if he is telling the truth and he did cure a corruption, that would have to mean one of these people was corrupted. But they're not anymore. So everyone, if he's telling the truth, but you're lying, that would just make you a liar. That would make you just, yeah. That would make you telling the truth, but that would make you being a liar too. Oh, so then you're lying, bro. And you're probably corrupted. Well, one of you's corrupted, one of you's lying. And then there's only one pair of evil. But you're saying that evils have to be next to each other. Let me think. Well, corrupt characters, are they categorized as being, evil? Or are they like, I don't know. Like, do they show up as corrupted, or do they show it? Okay, wait, let me think. Okay. So, fortune teller. I'm so confused. Okay, wait. So number 6 is saying there's only one pair of evil. If that is true, it has to be 8 or 6. But then that makes number 2 a liar. Well, number 2's a liar anyway. Number 2 just lying. Are you corrupted or are you lying? Okay. So let's say you are the other evil. That would make you lying for some reason. And also you lying for some reason. Wait, let me think. It's 2 or 1 evil. False. Okay. Let's say we believe you, we believe you. It's like, why are you saying? So you would be corrupted. You lying, bruh. They keep their alignment. They'll always be seen as being corrupted, not evil. Okay. So if you're telling the truth, you're saying that you are evil. Why are you lying then, bruh? I don't understand. Y'all lying. Oh, I'm dumb! Puka can corrupt too. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, never mind. Okay, this makes way more sense now. Okay. So he could be telling the truth. Okay. I'm so dumb. Okay. So this still implies that number 8 is evil so far. Then, okay, so you're corrupted. But if you were corrupted, he could cure this because you're 2 away. So I think that means you just are lying. Then why are you saying there's only 1 pair of evil? Oh no, okay. If you are corrupted, and you're corrupted, no, but just be next to them to corrupt. And then you're saying is a real knitter. So, okay. Good. Okay, let's say you're telling the truth. What? Okay. If 2 is Puka, then it could corrupt Boop Boop. Which would make sense. And then he could have corrupted this, and you're corrupted. And then you're telling the truth. Then he should be cured. 2 is saying the truth. Okay. Can you be lying? So, if you're telling the truth, and you're corrupted, but if you're corrupted, then it either has to be 1 or 3. Why would the judge lie? I mean, tell the truth. Okay. So let's say you were Puka. Right? Is that what we're saying? Then you would be corrupted, and you would be corrupted. Well, no, he would have cured this corruption, so he would. So that's not true. Okay. So okay, if you're telling the truth, could this be evil? No, because then you wouldn't be saying that they're a real knitter, because then you would have cured this corruption. Okay, if you're evil, and you're just lying, then the plague doctor could have corrupted you. That would make why you're saying this and this is wrong, and this would be like, okay, you're telling the truth because you're telling the truth for you. And then, but then why would you say there's only 1 pair of evil? Ooh! I think it has to be somewhere in this 3 something. I'm less inclined to believe it's 2 because you're saying that they're not evil. You're saying they're not evil. Okay, so if you're evil, which I think that just makes sense, then yeah, I think this actually just makes sense. Because okay, so then you corrupted them, so that's why they're doing some nonsense, and then they're just telling the truth. You're lying. they would be corrupted. No, see, this doesn't make sense. Because if they're evil, they would corrupt them, but he cures them, and then so they wouldn't be saying that he's a real knitter. Every time I say it, I think it's just funny to me, because... yeah. Okay. I'm so confused. We might just be start shooting. If you were telling the truth... Wait, is there a drunk? Wait, maybe you're evil, and then you're corrupted. You're corrupted. Then he would be lying. What? Okay. Let's think about this again. Okay. Let's just say we believe you. That would mean you're not evil, but you're corrupted, because that's a lie. And then if you're corrupted, that makes you evil. Oh, wait! And then you're corrupted. And then he could be corrupted from the plague. And then you're telling the truth. Oh, yeah! That was so easy. I don't know why I really overcomplicated that. Puppeteer, Counselor, and Bob. I'm 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Well, okay. They're not. They're good. They're saying that for a fact. Number 3 is good. Okay. 5, 6, and 1. There is a villager, minion, and outcast. That makes sense, because this would be the outcast, the doppelganger, because there's only 1 villager of each type. I just realized. Okay, so 5, 6, and 1. The villager, minion, and outcast. So, we're saying, like, number 5 is an outcast. So number 5 is the doppelganger. Then that would mean either 6 or 1 is evil. So... Tier Counselor. I think there still could be a drunk. You're saying 2 is good. And they're saying 3 is good. So if we trust. Counselor is 3 cards away from the closest evil. That could be true, I think. But the puppet does have to be... Wait, why was there only 3? Oh! That actually means they have to all be next to each other. So that means you're lying, right? If there's only 3, that means there's no puppet. Because there's a puppeteer, counselor, and Ba. And the puppeteer will only not do it... like, if there's no village... Ooh! But it says village or not. But I think the drunk still is like... I don't know. Can the puppet... Um, Puppet the drunk. Like, does that count as him being a villager, or is he still an outcast? You know what I'm saying? That really. Hmm. Okay, let me think. Let me think. Okay, between 6 and 1 of you definitely is evil. Let me think about what makes more sense. 6 makes more sense if we are saying that 5 is the outcast. So let's kill 6. Ooh, that was wrong. Just thinking that premise was probably lying, but I really just didn't want to go through the logic of thinking it through. Sometimes I really just give up and I say I don't want to think about this, so I'm just gonna randomly pick. Or I'm not gonna. It's not really random, but it's like kind of random. 1 is good, really. You're just gonna say that about yourself? No, I'm good. I swear. Like, come on, guys, believe me, trust. I am the original baker. Sure, bruh. There is only 1 evil. Okay, yeah, I know that, but 1 random unrevealed villager becomes a baker. I was a hunter. I was a scout. Okay, sure, buddy. Who is it again? So some people could be corrupted, and there's also a drunk. So like there's possibly 3 people who are corrupted. I'm inclined to believe it's between the bakers. 7 could be Puka. You say that about everything. I don't really understand that. Couldn't kill 7. So we're leaning more like this. Unless he's just corrupted. Really don't know how I'm supposed to figure this out. That was wrong. I really don't understand how you would be able to, like, logic that out, because none of the characters in their roles, like, really say anything about each other. It's really hard to understand. Okay, I'm 1 card from a corrupted character, so you're saying, oop, oop. Between 9, 3, and 1, there is an outcast minion. So, 1, 2... Twin minion, minion, and Puka. Number 6 is good. Number 2 is good. Number 8 is good. Twin minion is 3 cards away from the closest evil. 4 is a real gym catcher. Crafter. Between 9, 3, and 1. Okay, let's say Well, no, I don't believe, because you're possibly corrupted. Let's do this. 8 is evil, number 9 is corrupted. Which could be true. In fact, if we're believing this... Well, no. Let's go, boop. Someone else. Who else? Let's just go see. Between 2, 5, and 8, there are no evils. That could be true. So I'm implying that what you're saying is good. Let's say it's... No, but you're saying 8 is evil, so this actually... Wait. Let me take all this off. You're saying this boy corrupted, this boy evil. Let's say we believe you. Let's say we believe you. Between 9, 3, and 1. But you're saying that 9 is corrupted. So let's say you are a villager. Also, that means, yeah, your information not necessarily true. Also probably actually false. Then you probably are drunk then? Could be true. That would also imply that you're a liar. And also you. Then you could just be corrupted. Then that would make your information true. Yeah. Okay, so you're corrupted. And you lied. Just corrupted, okay. Sorry. That's a lie. And you're not next to the puka, so you're just lying. Yeah. That's a lie too. But you could be corrupted. You also are kind of lying, bruh. Between 9, 3, and 1, there is an outcast, minion, and villager. That would be like, you're the... Okay, wait. Okay, if you're just evil, not corrupted... And then they could be plagued by the plague doctor. That's true. Why would you be saying that? Okay, no, I think they are just corrupted. Okay. So then you're telling the truth. No. Maybe you're lying? That's a lie. But you could just be corrupted by... Okay, if you're evil, that makes you corrupted. Oh, they both could be. So it's kind of just 50-50. Nine is just corrupted, not evil. I'm one card from a corrupted character. Between 9, 3, and 1, there is an outcast. I feel like that's more likely a lie. Well, it wasn't, so... Well, it was, but they were just corrupted. Yes. Number 6 is good. Okay, bro. Well, actually, that's true. I cured 1 corruption. No, you didn't, bruh. Liar. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character. One evil adjacent to me. Among 2, 6, and 1, there's 1 evil. So I think that more implies that 2 is evil, so let's go that. And then that would make sense because they're corrupted. Well, we'll do this because you can't die, so. Yeah, bruh. Okay. So you were telling the truth. Meaning you're probably telling the truth. Meaning it's probably 2. Yeah. I'll probably play 1 more round. I know I didn't get to 1,005, but didn't really think that. That was a lie anyway. We'll play until we die. Okay. Between 8, 3, and 1, there is Outcast, Village, and Minier. We'll do that later. I'm 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Those are always just so hard for me to figure out. So what are you even talking about, bruh? I cured 1 corruption. 8 could've, because there's a Plague Doctor, but... Number 4 is good. You're saying this. Between 8, 3, and 1. So, 8, 3, and 1. There's an Outcast, Villager, and Minion. Okay. Between 7, 3, and 1. 7, 3, and 9. So, this is a Villager, guaranteed. So far, your information, checking out. 7, 3, and 9. And then you're saying one of them is evil and 1 is corrupted. I mean, 1 is, something. Okay, let's say 5 is evil, number 1 is corrupted. Okay, so if we believe you, which you're saying they're good, so I have no reason to believe that you're not, for right now. And then you're saying you're 2 cards away from a corrupted character, that works with that. So you're potentially evil. And you're saying between 7. Then you're saying you cured 1 corruption. But if he's saying that he... Okay, so if you're saying that, then you have to be lying. I think this tracks with all the information. So let's say you... No, I think I'm just gonna do this. Yeah. Witch and a puka. Evils are not adjacent to each other. I was not a baker. I was a baker. Doesn't make sense. I don't know why you say it like that. That makes no sense. I am the original baker. And you also can't both be saying that. It's a wretch. Okay. And it is saying there are 2 outcasts. But one of them could be lying. Okay, so you're gonna go boop, boop. That's wrong. Unless they're both lying, but that's like, that's just, no, it's not possible. Because there are 2 outcasts. Yeah. So that's a lie. But, are you plagued or are you lying? 2 is evil, 8 is corrupted. Okay, so you're saying this, and I'm inclined to believe this. And and evils are not next to each other. And I'm inclined to believe this. One is lying. So there's some suspicion. So you were the witch, okay. And I guess this is just who we believe. Yeah. Look at the draw. Indian poison or pooping. One evil adjacent to me. 2 bombardiers. What the heckity heck? So one of you is definitely lying. I am 1 card from corrupted character. So either these 2. You just saying for a fact that 8 is evil. Between 6, 9, and 1. So 9, 6, or 6. Right here. Well, that's not true. So I'm inclined to believe this and that you are corrupted. Which would imply that you're evil. Which would imply that you are good, and then that you are probably evil. One is evil. 9, 8, or 1. Okay, between 1, 4, and 6. 1, 4, 6. There's a minion, outcast, and villager. That's just not true either. Okay, and there's 3 potential people that could be corrupted. Which I have 3 people labeled. Okay. Okay. 1 is evil. 9, 8, or 1. 1 evil is adjacent to me. I'm inclined to believe that, because, like, what's this about, bruh? Which means, like, I'm inclined to believe that you're not. Which could be that 8 is also, but no. One of you is probably a real bombardier. Well, no, one of you is a real bombardier. Okay, yeah. Meaning you are good, definitively. Meaning you are probably good, definitively. 1 is evil, 9, 8, or 1. Okay, is that true, or are you just... I think that's just corruption. And 1 card. And then if she is evil, that would make sense that she corrupted Boopity Boop. Or maybe one of them is just lying. For reals. I think it does have to be between these 4. If I'm inclined to believe you, so I'm inclined to believe that you are corrupted and are not evil. And that it's, therefore, one of these. More likely that it's in the middle, right? Because then, you could corrupt both of them. I'm just gonna go that way. Ooh. Okay, well then, I think it has to be you too. Yeah. twin minion counselor ball. So you're saying 1, 7, or 6 is evil? 8, 7, or 2 is evil? You're saying 3 is good. I don't really trust you, bruh. There are 2 pairs of evil, so 2 of them are next to each other. And one of the Bombardier or the Plague Doctor is lying about who they are. Okay. There are no evils adjacent to me, so you're saying good. And good. Okay. With this information, I'm more inclined to believe that the Bombardier is real and that the Plague Doctor is not. Let's go... Between 1, 3, and 7, there's 1. Which I'm inclined to believe... Bluff. Which would imply that 7 and 6 are good. And they're saying 3 is good. Then they're saying 8, 7, or 2 is evil. 7 or 2. Or 8 or 2, I mean. And then, okay. Two is not corrupted. 8 is lying. So we're inclined to believe that. So we're saying that. Which would make what you're saying... Oh, actually. Okay, let's go Plague Doctor. Ooh. Well, that was wrong. Okay, so that means you're lying. Wait, what? You said there was only 1 outcast! Are you lying to me? I don't get this. Okay, anyway. That's it for tonight. I gotta go do some work and stuff. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. What day is it? It's Monday. I'll probably be back tomorrow. Actually, in fact, I'll probably do like a long stream. Or probably play a little bit more of Demon Bluff, and then, like, a bunch of Skyrim. Yeah. Anything else? I think that's it. Okay, bye. Peace. Have a good rest of guys' night. Ciao. Sorry for the short stream.